Lions going on the road this Saturday to take on the Auburn Tigers at Jordan-Hare Stadium on the Plains. You look back at last year, this is a home and home series, and Penn State won in the whiteout game in Happy Valley 28-20. Um, we have another home and home matchup. I see you back there, Dominic. I'll get you on in a second, buddy. Um, Another game in this home and home matchup here. 61.7% chance Penn State wins. 38.3% chance that Auburn wins the game. The spread is 3 points in favor of the Nittany Lions. The over-under is 47.5. I'm not sure about the over-under in this game. I don't know. We'll see. I will give a score prediction. You look at the running backs. You got seniors and Tank Bigsby. You got a sophomore, or actually, I think he's actually a freshman, really young guy, in Nick Singleton, who's got 20 carries, 210 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground thus far. You got Mitchell Tinsley, who leads Penn State in receiving. He's got 10 receptions, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then you got, for Auburn, Javarius Johnson, who's a young guy. He's got 7 receptions, 158 yards. So no touchdowns yet for him. So far on the season, through 2 games, Auburn has scored 33 points a game and has given up 16, whereas Penn State has scored 40.5 per game in 2 games and has allowed 20.5 thus far. So when I look at this game, you look back last year as Penn State ended up winning in week 3, 28-20. It was back and forth. It was like a defensive style shootout kind of thing. It wasn't very high scoring. There was a lot of great defense, a great atmosphere in Happy Valley. I would expect to say, I would say that Jordan-Hare and Happy Valley for these 2 teams are 2 of the toughest environments you could go to in college football, in my personal opinion. I've never been to either one of them, but I know that these teams are really good at home, and it's very hard to get out of there and survive. So, Alabama barely won the Iron Bowl this past season, and that went to 4 overtimes. I call it the 8-quarter ball game. But when you look at this year, these 2 teams here this year, I give the defensive edge to Auburn. I give the offensive edge to Penn State and Sean Clifford, who has just shy of 500 yards already through 2 games. He's looked pretty solid. He's looked pretty good. They survived on the road at Purdue, and then they blew out Ohio, whereas Auburn has played San Jose State and Mercer. So this will be the first true test for Auburn, whereas Penn State has already been tested via Purdue. I think that both of these teams, they kind of match up pretty good. They kind of match up evenly in certain ways. I mean, they both got a good run game. They got pocket-style quarterbacks. They got some receiving weapons you got to look out for. I think they both have some secondary issues. I think they both have some guys up front, and I think on both defenses they more so lead up front, on the line of scrimmage. So when you look at that, you look at Auburn real quick, too. I want to pull their stats up. Some guys I'd watch in this game for them, which I don't want to base Auburn off their 2 games against Mercer and San Jose State, but watch a guy in Cam Riley who has, through 2 games, had 20 tackles. That's pretty good. They got Owen Papo. They got Derek Hall. They got Zion Puckett, who's a safety, Nehemiah Pritchett. They are loaded on defense, Auburn is. I got to give them props. I got to give them credit. They're loaded, and I think that they have potential to have one of the top defenses in the SEC this year. I know there's a lot of heat with Brian Harsin. I don't know what it is that's going on, but so far I haven't really heard any complaints about him being the head coach thus far this season. Nothing really going on with James Franklin. He's doing a fantastic job so far with the Nittany Lions. Got him 2-0. Um, Auburn, if they win, they'll be ranked. If they lose, they take their first loss. Could they be ranked with a loss if they play it close? I don't know. I'm going to say this, and I kind of keep this one quick on you guys today. It's very few teams go to Jordan Hare and make it out alive. I know Georgia's won the past two Deep South games there. Alabama has won at least the past Iron Bowl there. They lost there in 2017, 2013, 2019. They probably they I don't know if I want to say they should have lost this past year. Jordan Hare's a tough environment. Penn State, just going to be honest, they don't know what they're getting themselves into. I mean, they should know, but they probably don't. I'm telling you, it's a tough crowd. It's a tough atmosphere. It's a great environment to go to in college football. Much like Happy Valley was a year ago, and Auburn just couldn't get out of there with a win. I would say that might be the case for Penn State this year. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. This game is a 3:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff on CBS. Does that mean Gary Danielson and Brad Nessler are calling it? I would assume, but this is a 3:30 game on CBS this Saturday. This is going to be fun. I think I'm going to be at work for this one. I think I'm going to have to end up doing a noon game this weekend. So I scheduled in Purdue Syracuse, but I'm going to be at work for the most part, like the second half of this game. So unfortunately, I probably won't go live for it, but I'm going to keep an eye on it, and it's going to be a good one. I think I would say it's very close, but I give it to Penn State to have the advantage in the rushing game. I would give the quarterback edge to Sean Clifford. Honestly, I just kind of give the edge to Penn State all the way around on offense. I give the edge to Auburn on defense all the way around. And we'll just have to wait and see what these teams are made of. Is this the first true test considering both of these teams? I think it was a test for Purdue uh, or, or for Penn State to play Purdue. I think that was their true test, true first test of the season. This is definitely because they played San Jose State, and Mercer. This is definitely going to be the first true test for the Auburn Tigers, who could probably get revenge after losing last year, 28-20. They could get the revenge. I think this comes down to who's the better team. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my score prediction. Again, the spread is 3 in favor of Penn State. This is going to be tough. This is going to come down to the wire. I think it comes down to who's going to hold up more defense. And I think Penn State has that edge. They have a 61.7% chance to win the game. Give me Penn State. I don't think they cover, but I think they get out of there with a W. I'm going to say 21-20 over the Auburn Tigers at Jordan Hare Stadium this Saturday afternoon.